to the recently canceled podcast with Von Fry.
Hey, how goes it? You're listening to episode 4 of the recently canceled podcast. With you as always, I'm Von Fry, and no one else, as usual. So today I have 3 topics on the table, the first 2 of which are free to the YouTubes, but the third is a Patreon supporter exclusive. So for just $1 a month, you get full access to the recently canceled podcast, blah, 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 blah. Link in the bio, all that stuff. Or if you're on Patreon, you already know where to hit me up. Okay, so it's like patreon.com/VonFry, something like that, right? So, first 2 topics here. My surefire plan to save America. Then I want to go in on the Parkland survivors. And yeah, I'm making some air quotes like Dr. Evil when I say survivors. And then third topic, all martial arts are fake. Now, if you can't donate $1 a month to hear why all martial arts are fake, I mean, really, what's wrong with your life? Come on, guys. So, let's start off. My plan to save America. So, here's my thinking here. Crime is bad. Murder's bad. Those are probably among the biggest issues we have. Now, I like to blame the perpetrator. So, say if there is a shooting, I don't say, oh, well, it's the guns that are at fault. No, it's the killer. I mean, hell, Austin had a bomber. Now, are you going to go and make everything that can be an explosive illegal? Doesn't that leave us like a little low on detergent or fertilizer? You know, a lot of chemicals, right? So once you start making some weapons illegal, you start finding this area where you're like, you know what? That toothpick, that could be a weapon. What are we going to do about that? We have all these toothpickings. We have a rash of toothpickings. People are going around toothpicking eyes and then eating them like bath salt zombies. You see, anything can be a weapon to the point that we can't even be responsible enough to have butter knives. So to combat this, I think we need to put blame on those who commit the crimes. But there are times where I think the victims are not entirely blameless. Okay, take for example, there was a shooting, and I don't remember the names of these people. I try to not to remember the names or even look too much into the school shootings. I don't want to be part of what's making these people famous. Like, oh, well, my life's shitty, but there's this lottery ticket out there. It's called Get a Rifle and Shoot Kids at School, and I get to live forever. So there was a guy, I think it said he was like 17 or 18, in high school, shoots ex-girlfriend and then turns gun on himself, but I think the resource officer was also there, right? So the resource officer thought maybe he gunned him down, but now they're saying, okay, the kid killed himself, right? Is the girl he shot entirely blameless here? Am I imagining shit? Does it not seem to you guys that maybe some of these evil white girls out there are having a lot of fun breaking hearts of shy white boys? Are you with me so far? Oh, hey, that guy's such a creep. He's such a stalker. Look how popular I am. I have all these stalkers. Now let's go buy some jeans. That's their attitude. And now they're actually getting some comeuppance. You know, maybe they don't deserve a shotgun blast to the face, but you know, you got to keep yourself in line here. If you go around bullying kids, particularly those who look like they're going to be susceptible to snapping, you shouldn't be surprised when they snap, right? And then they come down on the parents. Oh, well, it's broken families. You know, the dad ran out, the kid's adopted, all these kind of things. Those kind of things happen too, right? Well, it's a vicious cycle. The kid, he was abused as a child, so now you can't blame him when he starts abusing children. There needs to be more incentive for the guys to stick around. We got all of these like NBA stars appreciating their mamas, having no idea who their dad is. Then they get their little sob story about how mom was a single mom working at like Burger King, so that he could have the Air Jordans that were way overpriced, built in some sweatshop, but being sold for like $180. Why is it always the same story, huh? So here's what I propose. And I've given this a lot of thought. We have enough money in taxes to go around to do a lot of programs, okay? Now, I'm not one to say that programs are the answer, but, maybe there could be some incentive here. What if we had $1 million to allocate as a reward to couples who are over or have reached, both of them, the age of 30 without having a child? How does that sound to you guys? Now, at first I was thinking, what about if it's just anybody? That way you could be the cool bachelor and now you have $1 million. But then I was thinking, the women are going to dislike that. Oh, it's not equal. So how do we know he didn't have a kid? Yeah, and all this. So there could be some checks and balances here. How about you're married 5 years and you've reached the age 30? Like a couple of stipulations here. So you're married 5 years, and then when you both are 30, she's younger than you, she reaches $30 million. That you could call that. I don't know if you'd call it your nest egg. Isn't that really more of a retirement term? But that's your getting on your feet money right there. I just have thought of it as the prize. So you live an honorable life. You're not getting kids out young. You're doing it right. You're sticking together. Here's your reward. Make things a little easier on you. Have enough money to buy Junior that PlayStation 7. Yourself a Ferrari. All shit with inflation and all that stuff. Ferraris are probably going to start out about $1 million by the time there's a PlayStation 7. Point is, wouldn't that be a good way to get the dad to stay around? When they get their $1 million, do you think these families are really splitting up? I mean, after 5 years, now they probably have grown to like each other, even if it was some kind of weird sham wedding to get the prize, right? You reduce the young people having kids out of wedlock, and I think you reduce a lot of issues. You get people to start appreciate having kids instead of thinking of kids as some accident that happened because they weren't cool enough to be Aziz Ansari and go Uber the gal to go pick up the Plan B pill. Think about how media portrays premarital sex here. Like, look how cool Jessica Jones is in season 2. Yeah, we know that she ends up with Luke Cage in the comics. But isn't it cool how, she's, all free-spirited and she just hey, that guy said I had nice ass, so we're going to bang in the bathroom. Yeah, she's cool. Look how empowered it is, right? She's choosing who to have sex with. I feel so empowered. I want to be like Jessica Jones. Oh, wait, I don't have superpowers, but I can bang guys in the bathroom, and I'm still like Jessica Jones. Because I can get a leather jacket. And season 1, she had the Infinity Scarf, which, by the way, sorely missed in season 2. So that's my plan to save America. You reward good behavior and creating a good family, and I think you start to see that people become less douchey. The more you know. Next on the agenda, the Parkland survivors. Jesus, I really think I hate these kids for several reasons. Okay, so the first one being, I don't like the fact that these kids are famous. What are they famous for? This is ill-begotten means here. Okay, so maybe you did or did not participate in the bullying of kids until the point one of them snapped and started shooting up your school. Suppose you didn't participate in that. Okay, Emma Gonzalez and whoever this, what's his name, Half or something. I'm trying not to even know what these kids' names are. I hear they have goddamn verified Twitter accounts. They're not even adults. These are high school kids who are being propped up as pawns in this game by, I'm thinking, the far left to get you to guilt ride your way into wanting your guns taken away. That's what we've got here. I don't like how these kids are called survivors. What did they survive? School shooting. Okay, well, there's a lot of other kids there in the school shooting, right? Are they survivors? Yeah, sure. Oh, but they aren't saying the things that the lefts that are paying them to go around and do parades. They're not saying the same thing, so I guess they're not survivors, huh? Why is everybody a damn survivor now? Didn't we used to have victims? Are victims dead and survivors haven't died yet? So you're a cancer survivor, you're a cancer victim. But at one point, I swear a couple years ago, it flipped over here. I'm going to have me some Mountain Dew. You were a rape victim, and now you're a rape survivor, a sexual assault survivor. You know, it's like, what do we need to do? Start singing Eye of the Tiger? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. It's the eye of the survivor. I mean, look, if you got shot, you're a survivor. How about that? Can we set some rules? Okay, so you went to the hospital with a gun wound. Survivor. You walked single file out the doors like it was a fire drill. Survivor? Really? And yeah, there's a question mark there. So I hate these kids. I hate them going around claiming to be survivors. I hate that they are being made famous. I hope they go away. This is ill-begotten fame if ever there was. Surviving a high school shooting is going to become the new celebrity sex tape. Kim Kardashian, nothing until she puts out a sex tape, all because she kind of sort of made some closets for Paris Hilton. Now, I need to get somebody to snap so that I can be a survivor, and now I get a reality show on Bravo. You wait and see. Oh, but it's the children who are leading the way, right? Like, I want some stupid kids to tell me about my rights, what needs to be taken away from me, and dictate justice, the course of the nation. We didn't elect these kids to make our laws. This is such bullshit. Yeah, screw the Parkland survivors. Alright, so that does it for the free version of the recently canceled podcast. Stick around. I'll tell you about all martial arts being fake.